Hello, my name is Himri. I am from Kyokawa village, which is a village in Kanagawa City in Japan. Mom, Dad and I live in my house. Dad has two more brothers who live in Kyokawa village. My grandfather and grandmother come to stay with everyone. My father works in a private company. Because of the job, Mom, Dad and I had to leave the village and live in Kanagawa City. One day my grandfather was going to a function at his friend's house by car. But on the way, his car had an accident, and he died there. When Dad came to know about this, it was as if the ground had been removed from under our feet. We all were shocked. Dad left us at home and went to that place with his brothers. When grandfather's dead body was brought home, no one in the house was conscious, as if everyone was in shock. Then grandfather was buried as per the rituals and came back home. My grandmother was not able to bring herself out of this shock. Everyone thought that grandmother should come to live with us in the city. I also wanted that grandmother should live with me, so that I could take care of her and somehow relieve her sadness. Grandma came with us to the city. One day grandmother slipped and fell while going to the bathroom at night. We all took grandma to the hospital. After seeing grandmother, the doctor told us that she had fractured her hip joint due to the fall. That's why the doctor told him to take complete bed rest. The doctor gave her some medicine and asked her to take bed rest and wait until she got better. Grandma could no longer walk. So we shifted her to another room where she would not face any problem. Grandmother kept having pain. Due to lying on the bed the whole day, other diseases started appearing in her body. Even after suffering so much, grandmother did not lose courage. Whenever someone came to meet grandmother would tell them, "I will get well very soon. But you must be aware that no one is on time." After about 4 months, father went out for his work. My mother and I had come to the school's parents' meeting. When we went home, our neighbor told us that your grandmother's health was deteriorating. We reached home as quickly as possible while Mom called the doctor. When the doctor reached our house, when he saw grandma, he told that it was difficult for her to survive. Soon grandma's health started deteriorating further. Grandma died within a short time. I was absolutely terrified after seeing my grandmother's dead body. Everyone became very sad. Grandfather left some time ago, and now grandmother is gone. According to the tradition, preparations were made to bury grandmother, and Baba and uncle performed the last rites of grandmother. Today was a bad day for everyone. Relatives were also present in the house. We were very tired after finishing the work. So auntie and I slept in the same room where grandmother lived. We were very tired after working, due to which I fell asleep early. There was a window in that room, which was making noise again and again due to the wind. I got up and closed that window. As soon as I closed the window and went to sleep, I was about to fall asleep when suddenly the window opened with force, as if someone had pushed the window from outside. The sound of it opening again was so loud that I screamed. Hearing me shouting, my aunt also got up. We closed the window again. I was surprised to think that even after I closed the window, how did the window open again? There was no wind blowing outside, due to which the window could be opened. But a locked window cannot be opened even by the wind. It seemed as if my mind had gone crazy thinking this. I stood near the window for some time and started looking outside. After some time I came back to sleep again. I fell asleep, but the thought kept running in my mind was how can the locked window be opened? When I woke up in the morning and told all this to my family members, they said that after death the soul definitely comes to see the family members once. I was feeling scared after hearing this. I started feeling as if something wrong was going to happen to me. My feeling increased even more when I saw that right in front of the window that was open at night was the same graveyard where grandmother was buried. Somehow I consoled myself and tried to relax. It had been 3 days since grandmother's death. My exams were about to start in a few days. That's why I thought I'll start going for tuition again from today. Mom also forbade me to go for tuition. But due to my exam tension, I came for tuition with my friend. My tuition was quite different from the market. Due to rain that day, it got dark a little early. While walking on the way, a white cat came and sat in front of me. Seeing that cat, we suddenly stopped there. That cat started crying loudly. She was making noises as if she didn't know what had happened. My friend and I were very scared after seeing this. We were so scared that we cancelled our tuition and returned home. Even after coming home, my attention was only on that thing. I told this thing to my father. He ignored it by telling me my delusions. At night, when we all sat down to eat, a loud noise came and we saw that the aquarium kept in the house broke. The fishes in it also died. Grandmother often talked about not keeping these fishes in the house. She did not like fishes. I was very scared after seeing this. I felt that something was not right in the house. I tried to tell everything to father again. But father said that all this is my illusion. Hearing this, I became silent again. After having dinner, when we all went to sleep, after some time someone started knocking at the door. The door was making such a loud noise that all the family members got up after hearing it. Papa went ahead to open the door, but I resisted him. But when father opened the door, there was no one outside. We all were frightened by this. That night we all sat together and none of us could sleep. Strange sounds kept coming throughout the night, as if someone was screaming and crying all at once. Dad went to Mahatma Buddha's temple the very next day and told the whole thing to the principal there. The principal gave Dad a thread to tie in Grandma's room. Dad tied the thread in Grandmother's room and closed the room. That night, sounds of things breaking started coming from that room, as if someone was locked inside and was yearning to come out. All of us at home were scared as to whose voices were coming from the empty and closed. Due to fear, we all remained sitting at one place. The very next day, we thought of shifting the house. As soon as the morning came, we left that house and went from there. After that, we all have not gone to that house till date. Even today, when I remember this incident, my soul trembles. Hi friends. My name is Kayoshi, and I live in Osaka City in Japan. Sometimes such an incident happens in our life, which we can neither imagine nor understand. Today I will also share my story with all of you, which even today if I think about, I get filled with fear. This is from 4 years ago, when I did not have a job. I had my last year course left. I have my mother, father and my younger brother in my house. My grandfather used to do transport business, due to which he used to stay out of the house most of the time. Seeing my father's progress, many people were jealous of him. New Year was about to come, so father left all his work and came home to spend time with us. Whenever father came home, we all used to have a lot of fun. We were all sitting together and eating pasta and watching TV together. Suddenly the sound of the doorbell rang. It was around 7 p.m. I got up and opened the door and was surprised. My aunt, who was Dad's sister, was standing outside the house. Dad also came near the door, and when he saw his sister, he asked her to come inside. Aunt came inside the house. She had some cards in her hand and a box of sweets. All the family members were surprised to see her, because Aunt had come to our house after 8 years. Dad and Aunt never talked. That is why Dad was also surprised that his sister had come home after so many years, and before coming she neither called nor gave any news. We made her sit with us. Mummy brought her a cold drink and also gave her pasta. Aunt refused to eat. Then Dad said that you have come after such a long time. Eat something. Will you go back home without eating? Hearing this, Auntie drank a cold drink. Auntie gave a box of sweets to Papa and said that my son's marriage has been fixed and she had come to invite us. We were all surprised that the person who had not come to our house even once in 8 years, nor met Dad, had suddenly come to invite us. After inviting, he left. He did not talk at all. It seemed as if he was not a human being, but a robot who had come with a message. After he left, Mummy refused to go. But Dad said that she has come for the first time in 8 years, that to invite people to the wedding, we will go. I was not able to understand anything. I was excited about the wedding. Mummy kept the box of sweets that she had brought with her in the kitchen. The next day, after waking up in the morning, I thought of eating sweets, but when I went to the kitchen, cockroaches were roaming on that box. I was surprised to see that cockroaches had come to our house for the first time today and spoiled the food. This had never happened before. But I did not pay much attention to this and threw that box in the dustbin. Soon the wedding day also came. We all got ready and went to the wedding. Everyone there was looking at us in a strange way, as if they were angry about something. But Dad said that we should meet Auntie once and congratulate her on the wedding. We went to Auntie and congratulated her. Uncle called Mummy and I was talking to the boy whose wedding it was. Auntie took Dad aside. Our attention was diverted from them. But I saw that Auntie was feeding sweets to Dad. Dad ate the sweets in the joy of the wedding. After attending the wedding, we came back home. As soon as we reached home, Dad went to sleep. We also sat for a while and then went to sleep. The next day Dad woke up very late. This was the first time we saw that he did not wake up on time. We thought that he might have got very tired yesterday at the wedding. By evening, Dad started having pain in his stomach. We thought that his stomach might have got upset due to the wedding food. Dad took painkiller and went to rest. At around 11 o'clock at night, Dad started screaming in pain. Seeing this, we got very scared and thought of taking Dad to the hospital. He was in so much pain that he was not even able to walk. We soon brought him to the hospital. On reaching the hospital, the doctors saw Dad and sent him to the scan ward for a scan. They did all the tests on Dad, scanned his stomach, but he was normal. Neither the test showed anything, nor the scan showed any problem. Seeing this, the doctors were also surprised that why was he having so much stomach pain without any problem. I could not see Dad in this condition at all. The doctor admitted Dad, and only one person was allowed to stay with him. That night I stayed with Dad. At 2 o'clock in the night, Dad suddenly woke up. Seeing him, my sleep also broke. I asked him, "Dad, what happened? You woke up suddenly." He stood there silently. He was not responding to my words at all. I asked him repeatedly, "What happened to you?" When he was not responding, I went to him and held his arm and asked him. Then he pushed me hard and said, "I am not your father. I will kill him too and will kill everyone in your house." I was very scared to see Dad like this. His voice was also different, as if it was not my father but someone else speaking. After this, Dad suddenly fainted. I called the nurse and with her help laid Dad on the bed. That whole night I was scared and thinking, what happened to Dad? Why did he say this? I was very nervous. The next day when Dad woke up and the family members also came, I asked Dad that why did you do this at night? Dad said, "I don't remember anything. I was sleeping." I got scared after hearing this from Dad. I told this to all the family members. Hearing this, Mummy said that we should go to the temple of God. We took Dad there. As soon as we reached there, Dad's stomach pain started reducing a bit. We talked to the head of that temple there and told him everything. He saw Dad and gave him water in a vessel to drink. As soon as he drank that water, Dad started getting better than before. After some time, he told that someone had done black magic on your dad, due to which premonitory activity had started following him. Now he is completely fine after taking refuge in God. After hearing this, we all came to know that it was Auntie who had done the black magic. We came back home from there. But we were angry. But at the same time we had the satisfaction that Dad is fine now. Even today when I remember this, I feel like crying. But I thank God that because of him my dad is fine.